Hello, hi everyone. Today is the last day to apply for SRCC. So 15th of Jan. So अगले 5 minute I want you to imagine studying at SRCC. So we have students with us as well. Ashi, Anirudh, welcome on board. So
Thank you, sir.
पहली बात
Thank you,
I'm
sir.
impressed with the campus यार. I love the campus. I've been there twice. So जितना प्यारा कैंपस अंदर है साउथ दिल्ली उतना ही प्यारा बाहर भी है. There are a lot of eating joints and everything around the campus. So that's
Yes.
the best part of your college, which I like the most. And of course, SRCC is famous in India for undergrads, but for MB also we are coming up as well. So beautiful campus first of all. So if I look at the cutoffs point of view, ठीक है यार हर अच्छी चीज के साथ बैड थिंग भी होती है. सो बैड थिंग इज द नंबर ऑफ सीट्स आर वेरी वेरी लेस. ये हर कॉलेज का यही प्रॉब्लम है कि सीटें बहुत कम होती है. सो विल टॉक अबाउट द कट ऑफ एज वेल, विल टॉक अबाउट द एग्जाम स्ट्रक्चर एवरीथिंग. सो प्लीज द वे यू क्रैक्ड इट आई वांट ऑल ऑफ अस टू क्रैक एज वेल. सो नेक्स्ट बेस्ट पार्ट इज फीस बहुत कम है. 3.5 लाख का फीस. आई डोंट नो इफ दिस चेंज दिस ईयर, but fees is around 3.6 lakhs to around 4 lakhs. Let's round it off. And ranking wise, always ranked among the top 10, top 15 colleges. Commerce may rank 1. Overall NERF ranking rank 19th. Yeah. So out India to today rank 1. The week rank 1. So placement point of view, if I look at the median salary for the 2024 batch is 11.53. Average is 12.5. Top 10 per the batch is getting a 19 lakh ka package. And top 25 per the batch is getting a 16 lakh का पैकेज. हाईएस्ट 40 लाख का पैकेज. ठीक है, तो ये सारी अच्छी चीजें हो गई. अब हम बुरी बुरी बातें करते हैं कि इस यहाँ जाने के लिए आपको एग्जाम क्रैक करना पड़ेगा. सो टुडे द लास्ट डे टू अप्लाई फॉर दैट. लिंक उसका मैंने डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में मैं डाल दूंगा. So let's start with you first. How you prepared for the exam? So if I have got now few days remaining for the exam, what was your strategy or what was your plan?
All right. So maybe Anirudh, I'll start and then you can take forward. So firstly, hi everyone. My name is Ashi Verma. I'm the senior student at SRCC GBO second year. So considering how I prepared for it, I think if you're appearing for the CAT preparation, SRCC GBO could be prepared side by side because it sets you good and well at it. And if you talk about the sections that are available, there are 4 sections. First is English comprehension. Second is quantitative ability. The third is logical reasoning, and the fourth is data interpretation. I would say that the difficulty level of the paper is moderate to difficult. It's not easy, it's moderate to difficult. You can study the books the same that you're studying for CAT as well. There are a lot of number of sites that are available as well.
So if we talk
Let's-
about, I'm sorry to cut you in. If we talk about the paper pattern, you says there are two exams which are the width. One is the CAT and Z, which is more lengthier, more hard to crack. On the other hand, we have a CMAT ka exam, NMAT ka exam, which is slightly more easier. Not
Right.
that easy again. So
Yeah.
where will you rank SRCC?
So, sir, this year there has been a change in the pattern that has been seen. So, ideally, before there used to be 600 questions. So, firstly, maybe I'll tell about the pattern and then I can tell you at what par is it. So,
Okay,
this
are
year,
you going to share any PPT or something?
the notification has been released on the website, sir. There it is mentioned.
If you can
Maybe we
open
can
it
share
up
it by the. Okay.
so
Maybe
that
I'll
they
just
can
open
see
it.
something as well, na? साथ में दिखता रहेगा वो.
Yeah, just a second.
Or if you can post the link, I'll open it up here.
Okay, all right.
All right, so we have 4 sections here. Quant 25 question, verbal 25 question, logic 25 and DI 25, right? Total 100 mark का paper. So this is more of a CMAT type paper pattern. So CMAT में GK नहीं है. Instead of GK, we have a DI का separate section. And
Right.
there's no section cutoff. There's no section timing. So this is a
Yeah.
complete new paper pattern which
Yes.
they've introduced. So my expected will be a target score should be 250 plus.
Right.
That I'm
Yes.
keeping as a target score because CMAT may for a top college target around 300. So I'm keeping this as a 250 plus based on the last year cutoff. But again, this everything is new this year, so we don't know क्या आने वाला है, कैसा होने वाला है. So we go through that. So like a typical every government college, the problem is number of seats are less. So there are only 94 seats.
Right.
Fine. So with all the categories, so if you belong to the reserved category, you have a chance, especially those who have not got the IM calls, this can act as a good plan. Okay, chalo, we can get into college which is at par with the IMs at least.
Yes.
And fees for per sem is 80,000. ये
80,000.
सर यार ये
Yes.
बेस्ट पार्ट है यार. ये जो तो कोई लोन का चक्कर नहीं, कोई फालतू का चक्कर नहीं. And for the final interview, the weightage, online test का weightage is 75% and GTPI का weightage is
Now
25.
this is the same as last year's.
This is same as last.
Weightage
This
में
is
कोई
Yes.
change नहीं.
the new notification I'm talking about here. I'm looking at here. You have to write a SOP as well.
हाँ,
get the convert.
this is for
So
foreign
The
nationals.
foreign nationals,
SOP is
not
for
okay,
for.
okay,
foreign
SB
nationals.
foreign. Okay.
Yeah.
So 24th Jan is the last day to apply. Exam is on 22nd Feb. So there's
Yeah.
a WhatsApp group as well, which I'm going to add in the description box. So please, Ashi and Ruth, if you can add that as well. If students have any queries, you can pick up the queries as we go along.
Sure, sure.
So yeah, over to you now, please. So take it forward.
Okay. So we should talk about the pattern, or should we talk about how to crack it and all?
How to crack it? We can move to that from the pattern point of view.
All right.
आपने क्या किया था? अब अपनी स्टोरी बता दो. So I think that's enough
Acha, okay.
motivating for all of us.
ठीक है. So before joining SRCC, I had a 2 years work experience at Amazon. So post doing my graduation from Hansraj, I shifted to Amazon. So post 2 years, I thought that this would be the correct time to join SRCC, considering the legacy that SRCC has. Plus, the course was much related to the work I was doing. It was operations only, and it was global business operations. So I thought that it would provide me an edge. So how I did the preparation, I signed up for a course at Mock Zone. So they taught for the different sessions that were available. Along with the fact, I would say to everyone who's appearing for this examination, it's very, very, very important for you to do mocks. And more than doing mocks, it's very important for you to do analysis of the mocks. So if you want to speed up the time and if you want to practice more questions that must be related to the examination that's coming, it's important for you to solve at least 20 mocks and not just solving them, but analyzing them. So this worked out to me for me well, and maybe now Aridit can tell about his strategy.
If you
Yeah.
can avoid
So
naming any coaching institute, please.
Okay.
yeah. So for me, actually, I was along the lines preparing for other MBA exams also, like CAT, ZAT. So I didn't have to start from very basic. Now coming to SRCC GBO examination, the exam, as Ashi already mentioned, that it's close to along these examinations, and the level is somewhere between ZAT and CAT. So it's moderate, definitely. So might be two type of students actually. So one who prepare for the MBA examinations. We do have a pool of students who just give GBO examination also. So Ashi already told that you have to keep on giving mocks if you are, want to come into the college and if you want to secure a seat. I would suggest for the people who are just looking for GBO examination, because definitely why not? It's one of the best in terms of the ROI that we see. So for them start with the very scratch, and as we know that there is no sectional cutoff for the same, you just need to be prioritizing your important sections. And as we know that the most important criteria is 75% weightage is actually given to the online test. The more you're going to score in the online test, the more you're going to be easy to crack in the final merit list. So for me also, it worked like that. I was focusing more on the online test. I was just giving my mocks for every alternate day after the CAT ends till the examination was there. And it was very easy at that point of time for me to attempt it at that. So I would suggest that everyone should give on practicing from books. And the best thing is that you can refer to the online question papers that are available, because that will give you a brief idea about how exactly that. I mean, definitely the pattern has
Yeah.
changed this year a bit, but still the questions are going to be along those lines. With more practice, you'll understand the more intricacies and then you'll be able to solve it. So
Right.
that
And
would be my suggestion.
also adding on to what Anirudh mentioned, also there would be a mock test that would be released on the website regarding the current examination pattern, which would also give you an idea about the same. And this strategy was good, that you should prefer doing the questions in this of the topics in which you're very confident. Do them first, and maybe then you can switch to the questions in which you're less confident. Ideally, what people do is they try to solve the questions or difficult ones before, and then they switch to the ones which are easier ones, and उसमें काफी loss हो जाता है in case if you're not able to solve the difficult ones, and then आप easy में shift करते हो. So you just tend to lose the sort of confidence that you have. So I would also advise you the same, that do the ones that you are confident in, and then maybe you can shift to the next ones.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. If we can move to the next part. So I applied for the college and I cleared the cutoff, get a call. So what is the GDPI process? How it works?
All right.
So
So you
go
get
ahead,
a
Ashi.
call, of course, and then after that, you're called for the GDPI. So along with the GDPI, you're asked for the required documents as well, which includes, in case if your employer, your employment letter, your experience letter, and then your graduation mark sheet, your 12th mark sheet, your 10th mark sheet, then your category certificate and all. And it's important that if you belong to any reserved category, your certificate would be the recent one, and the date would be specified in the notification that up till this date, it should be after this date. And once you go for the group discussion, you are primarily made in a group of 7 to 8 people and divided accordingly. And then the group discussion takes place. So the group discussion is ideally for around 10-12 minutes, under which 2 minutes are given for jotting down the points regarding the topic. And then probably you can go up for the discussion. So this is how it works. Anirudh, maybe if you can add.
Yeah, so I'll just talk about what all thing you need to prepare. So Ashi already told the process. For the topics, if I'm going to talk about, so for GD, we all know that you have to be well versed from both the sides. We have to be good with the abstract topics too, and definitely the current ones, because I mean, you don't know what is going to be coming up in your part of the GD or group. So you have to be well aware of both the topics. And the second most important thing is that you have to be very crisp and clear and specific in terms of your points. So over here, everybody is given a chance to speak in the GDs. That's the best part about it. And you have ample of time to present your ideas and your thought on it. So there is no rush as such that, no, I have to speak first and then only
Yeah.
I'll be able to making it. So definitely you have to give time. Not a, if you're not sure at that point of time, jot down your points properly and then present yourself, because the clarity is what everybody is looking here for, because then only your, the creamiest of the layer, the batch that we have, is only because of the clarity and the specificity that they provide. And once the GD is done, you'll be called out for the interviews one by one, and on the basis of that, and then the final merit list comes out. So you have to be well versed with both the parts, abstract ones too, and that of the current affairs going on. Yes.
Yeah. So I would just maybe talk about the do's and don'ts in the GD. So firstly, if you want to quote any data while supporting your point, it's very important that it should be from an authentic source, not like you're making it. Because even if you make it and you do not get caught, you are lucky. And if you get caught and maybe someone can ask you about the source of the data, then it's a problem. And second is, do not try to make it a fish market. Maybe if you want to say a point, you can say that to the XYZ person, ki, I'll speak first and maybe then you can go next. So it gives an idea that maybe I'll speak and then you can go next to the other people who are around you as well. And the third would be, it's very important that it's not important in the GD that how many times do you speak. It's important that whenever you speak relevant, because it's not always the case that the person who speaks the most gets through the GDP through the GD. This might not be the case because you might also turn out getting, surrounded by a lot of questions as well, and people might start refuting your points, and also it would turn out to be a problem. So I think these three things are important to be remembered.
Yes, and if even if you have sacrificed to a little extent in GDs, GD might not be able to say much points. Compensate that in your PIs. I
Yeah.
mean, definitely, because you're given two chances on the same day, so you have equal weightage in both in a way, and then you can just present yourself better individually if not being able to do that in the group. So that would be the best suggestion from my end too. Yeah.
And
Superb.
also try to initiate if you can the GD.
Yes.
Superb. So if we come back to the exam preparation, so we got 10 days for to apply. So if you can give us a couple of reasons why I should apply, why we should select SRCC.
Okay. So I
Yeah.
think there are multiple reasons why you should select SRCC. First is, of course, SRCC has a legacy associated to it since multiple years. Second, the faculty that comes to teach us is equivalent to any faculty that goes to the IIMs as well. And I would say the faculty that goes to the IIMs comes to teach us as well. So we have the CEOs, CMOs, CFOs, etc. of different companies teaching us. So you get the equivalent amount of knowledge and exposure as you get into any other B school, for a fact IIMs or maybe baby IIMs, etc. Third would be you tend to get a lot of exposure by terms of placement activities and industry interactions as well. You get exposure through international delegates interactions as well. So it's not like exposure is limited in SRCC. It's equivalent to any exposure you get into big B schools and all. And fourth would be our diversified curriculum. It's you get to skim through a lot of courses as well. So it's not like you stick to a single course and probably proceed for it. You get an idea about different courses and different curriculums as well, which helps you understand that what would be the actual domain you want to proceed with. And Anirudh, maybe you want to add.
Yeah, so I'll talk about the other aspects. Like whenever you want to compare that which college you want to go in, the best thing is going to be some comparisons that are going to be there. So for example, for me, the best thing was like we know that in big B schools and all that there are huge batch size. So for the people who basically, they find themselves that they are little average in certain aspects and they get, lost in the crowd. SRCC being with a limited number of seats and that too coming all the students with the creamiest quality. So it gives you a leverage in terms of, showcasing yourself on equal levels. So just because we have a diverse background and everybody in a way transparently, expresses themselves very beautifully in terms of their skill sets and they are given equal opportunity on all levels. Apart from that, the experts, I mean, the industrial experts that we have, so we get, access to all the commerce as well as the economics teachers that are there of the SRCC UG.
Yeah.
Along with that, the highly professionals that come on campus, they are industrial experts, they have exposure. So, it gives a better understanding in terms of that small class and making small class in terms of the batch size and making you understand individually every professor gives equal time, making you understand visually what are the prospects going to be, and then you can freely, circulate your ideas, because in the batch size of 90, definitely there are going to be more circulation as compared to a batch size of 600. So why not? I mean, if you are confident, definitely you should go for a college where you are able to express yourself beautifully and in the best way possible. So that can be the other factors that you should be choosing SRCC, and the
Right.
prime location gives you an advantage. It's in Delhi. Everybody wants to be in Delhi, and definitely you get access to a lot of industries
Yeah.
around here, companies around here. They are settled, Noida, Gurgaon. You get a lot of exposure in terms of that too. So it definitely SRCC is far better as compared to other colleges that we see, and definitely we are proud to be here for that.
Right. So there's a very good point that Anirudh mentioned regarding the batch size. So in any other B school or IMS, you have a huge batch size. But if you talk about SRCC, you have a limited batch size of 94 students, which in turn increases your chances to get placed as well. So we have been seeing 100% placements. And I think Anirudh is from the placement cell and he'll probably guide you further regarding the placements thing. But this
Yes.
is one advantage that you have over here because you get placed because you are in a small lot and you are also a part of the cream that gets selected. So a lot of applicants apply to SRCC GBO, but only 94 are selected. This means you're already a cream that's getting selected into this course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a couple of questions there. Shade is asking, is Blackie better or SRCC, भाई? तुम IIM से कंपेयर ही क्यों करते हो कपूर साहब? ऐसा क्वेश्चन नहीं करने का बेटा. तो ऑफ कोर्स आई ऑलवेज आंसर दिस क्वेश्चन, भाई जो तुम्हें मिल जाए वही बेस्ट है. पहले अपने नंबर देखो कितने आने वाले हैं, उसके हिसाब से दैट इज द बेस्ट कॉलेज व्हिच यू कैन गेट एट योर स्कूल्स. सो नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम Aryan, please talk about the summer internship.
All right.
Yes, so yeah, as I'm talking about, we do have 100% placements as well as summer internship from the past few years. I mean, because we have a certain set of legacy recruiters, and with the help of them, we make sure that every student is getting placed in terms of full time as well as that of summer internships. And I mean, we both have got the opportunity to being interned at some of the best places. So if I talk about some of the companies also that are our legacy recruiters, like the American Express is there, we have Adani, we have DCM Shriram, we have MetLife, we have Times Group coming to our campus. These are some certain names that I would like to suggest here, giving an idea to the students that if you're coming here, if you're confident about yourself, that you will be able to be a part of these big organizations that you can look up to in terms of full time also after your summer internships. So whatever we do, we go with a plan that if the company is coming on campus and if they're offering full time roles, we'll try to basically club them into the summer internships too. Right. And that in a way, we try to make a balance for both summer internships and placements. And that in a way helps students to basically go ahead.
Yeah.
Perfect. So anything you'd like to add now?
I think this is pretty much it.
Yes.
So guys, any question, any last question? I'm from the medical background. Dhanish is a question. Will that affect my selection in GBO?
No. This won't affect your selection in GBO because we have people from chemistry honors, physics honors, science, and all, and they all are studying in GBO. I think the end game is in the hands of your examination and how does your GDPI go. So this wouldn't be a problem. No, this wouldn't be a problem for you to get selected.
Perfect. So great. So thank you very much, guys, for coming and talking to us. Okay, we have a couple of questions as well. So good. We have a couple of questions coming up. You can pick them up.
Okay. So which specialization roles are offered primarily? So I think this is the best part of GBO that you do not get restricted to a single specialization. For all 2 years, you study different subjects ranging from finance, HRM, then you have analytics, then you have trade, then you have Indian business environment, QT, etc. So we do not restrict to a single specialization. We have diversified subjects which give you an understanding of different domains in business.
And then you can choose accordingly and try to pursue
Yeah.
whatever you feel is your confident areas, because some of the students are not confident while they come here. So, it's like an experimental stage for them to also understand their strong pursuit. So with the help of this diverse curriculum, you'll be able to understand better.
Yeah.
And then you can choose whichever field you want to go in. Yes, we do have 100% placement from the past few years.
Yeah.
And if you are good enough, then you get placed too early also. So you'll be, definitely enjoying the rest of your campus life.
So there's one more question. Are students accept M? We did not understand your question. Are you
Yes.
asking that are the art students accepted?
Yes, I think that's the one.
You
Yeah,
can get accepted. That is not a
yes.
problem. As I told, it depends upon how do you do in your test and then the GDPI. So your background doesn't really matter. If you're able to answer the questions that are asked regarding your background in the PI, it shouldn't be a problem because that shows that how much did you study and how much were you able to understand in your past education.
Yeah, so perform better in test so that you
Yeah,
can get a
perform
GDPI
better in
call.
test because
Yes,
it's
the more
75%.
exactly, the more you score, the more your chances of going to the merit list. So that's what it
Yeah.
is.
Perfect. So I think we'll close here. We've got a couple of more questions.
So
We
we
have
have
to be
to
in the
be in the
top.
top 100 in ranks in order to get the call. Uh, yes, but I think it used to be since the past year, but since now the pattern has changed and it would be more related to a percentile, everybody has a fair chance over here because we also would be seeing it for the first time that how do the results go?
Nitish, we don't need to be top 100 rank because for 94th seat, they might give a call to around 600, 700 students.
Yeah.
So if you look at the average, the ratio call to convert ratio is normally 1:10. So we can expect around 800 to 1,000 people will get an interview call. I don't know if you have RTI data with you about how many people are called for the interview. You have the data?
Yeah, so it's 10x. I mean, if we
10x, so
talk about, yeah,
10,000.
it's 10x as
Yeah.
per the
So
seats.
10,000, around 1,000 people get a call. Will gap year matters in the selection?
No, it doesn't. I do have a gap year, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. And
As
even if
far as
you
you are able
have
to
a,
justify, yes,
yeah,
that's
right.
very
You should
important.
be able to justify it, correct.
हाँ, वो क्वेश्चन तो आएगा क्यों लिया गैप ईयर See,
हाँ.
this is where the interview is taking. There's no right or wrong answer. If you're wearing a white shirt, why are you wearing a white shirt? Why are you wearing this? Why are you wearing that? So don't worry about that. So it's always these kind of questions always there. So how you answer that question, Gaurav, that is more
Yeah.
important. ठीक है, so we'll close it here. Thank you very much, Anirudh and Ashi, for talking to us.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you
Thank you
so
for
much for
having us
having
here.
us.
Thank you,
And
Thank you
we're
so
open to
much.
any queries. If any person has, you can reach out to us on LinkedIn and we'll be
Yes,
happy to answer. And
happy
as
to
you
answer.
mentioned that we'll be having a WhatsApp group as well. So
Perfect.
you can ask the doubts over there.
Perfect. Sumi, the paper pattern will be like CMAT ka exam. It's not as tough as CAT exam, but of course not a cakewalk as well. But you have to be prepared. You have to be for that.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank
And
you
if it's
guys for
difficult,
attending
Thank
it's
this.
you so much,
difficult
sir.
for all.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you,
thank you so
everyone.
much.
Thank you. Thank you.